So I
Just
will read
taking that.
this. This is a real and raw with Pippa and Debbie. We were mid-conversation and decided we're just going to press record on this one.
Yeah.
So exactly as it is. So I'll just backtrack a little bit, Pippa, and then we'll just go through because we're right at the beginning of all of this, aren't we? So because it involves we, even though it happened this side where I am in New Zealand, it involves you. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's about us. And we've only recently met and just started doing these reel and raws. And so what happened just a few days ago was a spider was hanging from the top of my deck here, and it was dangling on its little thread, but it was quite a big spider. It was black and had long legs, and it was right by a door that had I have walked out into, I would have smacked my head right into it. Okay, so real and raw, we had to press pause because we got a phone call. So back at it. So yeah, there was this spider hanging, and had I have opened the door to go outside onto the deck, it would have hit me right in my head, and that would not have been a good look for anybody at all. And as I said that, Pippa, you registered with something.
Yes, I and I, it wasn't that I was laughing. No, that is just the
Laugh
energy that
away.
was coming through. And as I say it again, I've just gone completely cold. My hairs are standing up on my arms everywhere. Um, and it was just I'm hearing, that was me, the older one, and but she's giggling almost like, she's done it on purpose, and she's pointing out she's the older one. So
Whoever that may be.
I don't know.
That's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. I can feel, honestly, I am all goosey myself
Yeah,
as well, completely as you say
she's
that.
just like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
almost
there's,
like it's like I'm hearing it's like you needed to kick up the bum to push. Sorry, I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, but that's
Is this
exactly
is this
it.
one of your older sisters?
Pardon?
Is this one of your sisters?
I have four sisters.
Yeah,
Two of them have passed,
yeah.
but yeah, and my mother's passed, so maybe.
Was one of them a bit, I don't know, obviously when they go to the other side, but this is what I'm feeling like, yeah, it's very close to you. It's
Oh,
like,
okay. All
yes.
right.
So
Okay.
it's someone connected to you.
Oh,
She's,
really?
she's going, I'm the older one. So was one of them older, obviously, than the other?
Well, I'm the youngest of all of them.
Yeah,
As I said to you just now, I'm the youngest of 10, so five
yes.
brothers, four sisters. So I had an equal split. But I would need to use my hands when I talk about my siblings. So, so there's the second elder sister who's passed, and the well, seventh. Oh yeah, she was the seventh elder sister, seventh sibling. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe one of those. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know which one would give me a kick up the butt. It wouldn't be the one closest to me. But anyways, it's likely one of
Yes,
those.
I think it's not, it's more of a push to, it's like get that voice going.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, JFDI, just do it.
No holding back. It's
Yeah.
like, don't hold back anymore. Like, what are you waiting for?
Mm.
Almost. It's like,
But this
yeah.
involves both of us. It's not just me.
Yes,
I
that's
really
right.
feel that strongly.
Mm.
So just to continue with this bit of the story is that um, we took this spider, or husband took this spider. I wasn't touching it. He took some oven mitts and went out there, grabbed it off its swinging web, and placed it in the bush because we live where we're, surrounded by a bit of bush here. So we
Yeah.
just placed it in there. And um, then I realized that I'm sure I'd saw that spider somewhere before, and it was on my deck weeks before. And so I'd taken a photograph of it, as you do with these things nowadays,
Yeah.
and I'd put it in like a spider identifying thing, and it came back that it was a caterpillar. Now, a caterpillar here They live in the sand, in the sand dunes, and they are, I think, one of, if not only, the poisonous spider in New Zealand. And so I searched Katapo and found a message of that, and that was very profound about it being a weaver. And it felt like it was weaving us together. And as I'm saying that, you and I together, that is Pippa, I'm still feeling that energy so strongly is that
Mm.
weaving the energy together. So there's definitely something there. I don't know if you're picking up on that. Is that weaving?
Yes, well, it was interesting actually because as I was reading your email, um, me and my daughter were heading up to visit my auntie, which is about an hour away from us. And we were parked at the traffic lights, and on one of the traffic lights, we just seen this little wind tornado out of nowhere. And I just didn't know how to put it into words. I thought I need to tell you when I speak to you because, yeah, it was um, crazy. Like it was amazing. You don't normally see that. I've never seen one like that. And it just went right up in the air, and then all of a sudden, sand and that went everywhere. And we were
Oh,
like, "What was that?" Like, so she was there witnessing with me. I think all the cars that have stopped. Um, and then, no, actually, it was the light was red, so we were stopped, and then it disappeared, and the lights went green, and we were like, "What was that?" Like, when I searched that up, it was all about new beginnings, and it was all about finally letting go and moving forward. It was like it almost sort of like a portal, but not a portal. It was like that symbol. So all the, because you'd seen a bit of rubbish came up, all the crap came up and disappeared. So
yeah, get rid of the crap. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So it was ending, but a new beginning, a rebirth, but in a
Mm.
whirly wind thing.
Yeah, that's quite fascinating. So, continuing with this story, is that yeah, the spider was in the bush, and a couple of days later, I don't know exactly how long it was. I'm not very linear, I never am. The spider appeared on a different deck, but it appeared on the deck where I very first saw it, which is where my treatment room is. My treatment room has a beautiful deck associated with it, which is linked with the living room and looks out onto the bush. And so this spider had made its way from down in the bush up a steep embankment. There's also, there's a wall there. I had to come up the wall, across the lawn, up the side of the deck, across the deck, up to the window of my treatment room and die. It decided to make a pilgrimage and come all the way across there and die. Now, why didn't it die in the bush? I don't know. That's a little bit crazy. But it gets crazier than that, doesn't it, Pippa? Because you know this story.
Yes, but I'm also, when I'm down, I'm writing little notes
Oh,
because
good.
what comes through.
Awesome. Awesome. So that morning, it wasn't Christmas yet. It was only a few days ago or so that it happened. Um, we've got security cameras around the house, and I just happened to look at them in the morning. And as I looked at the security camera, there was a bee headbutting the security camera. And I said to my husband, "Oh, Ron," I said, "Oh, look at this. The bee is just headbutting the security camera." I just found it amusing. Didn't think anything of it. And a little bit later, not that much later, Ron and I saw four hawks circling above our property. Now, we'll see the odd one come across here and there, maybe two, but I've never seen four, never. And they were circling clockwise and anti-clockwise. So they were creating a vortex of some description, which was, ooh, I'm feeling that as well. That was incredible just to watch them. And they circled for a while and then they flew over the house, above the house. And so that was the second sign. The third one was Um, sorry, I've got some notes here because there was quite a few.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we've got the spider, we've got the bee, we've got the four hawks, which are kahu hawks, and then there was a blackbird just sitting on the deck. Now, we have two cats. Birds don't come and sit on the deck. They just don't.
Mhm.
If they do, they might not last long with one of the cats. So that was all very auspicious, is the word that I could tie that in with. And, running this through, some programs and whatever, and analyzing this from my side, the katapo had a very strong meaning of weaving and purposefully weaving us together. But I looked at that spider again. Ron actually kept it in a container for a little while and made me jump heaps of times when I went anywhere near it because it was just sitting there in this container. And we looked at it and he said, it's not a katapo because katapos have red backs and they're not that big. And it turned out it was a huntsman spider. But I still resonate strongly with the katapo, as I think you may have done, Pippa. So I looked up the huntsman, which is new for you now. And the huntsman is about confronting fears. They call us to face our fears. They're often not really fears at all. It's about spiritual awakening, the death of the ego, letting go of the doing and just being your true authentic self, protection and guardianship, good fortune and prosperity, and transforming through shedding. So, what it means is stop hiding, come out of the shadows, face your fears, speak the truth, regardless. What are we doing here?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's all supporting this journey here, all of those incredible signs. And just as a sideline, when I went back to look at the video of the bee, get this one, it wasn't there, the recording wasn't there. I just happened to open the video camera at exactly the same moment the bee was headbutting it. That was live. And the bee was saying, record this, see this, register this.
Like, hello, I'm here.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to be seen, got to be seen, see me. And so that was just at that exact precise moment. So all these signs were very, very specific, extremely precise. And although it wasn't the caterpillar as first thought, that huntsman seemed to have carried that energy somehow and made that pilgrimage quite a ways just to purposefully die and transfer its protection and energy outside my treatment room door.
Mhm.
That my mind just went boom. So I sent all of that to you.
Yes, that's amazing. Because that's what I was getting to, safe. The spider felt safe. It trusted you. It trusted your energy. It trusted you. It's like a blessing. So when it came and it died in front of your treatment room or in front of you, that is all. It keeps bringing me back to the beetle as well. So I feel like you need to search up the Seika beetle. I don't know if I pronounced that right. It's a symbol. It's a very good symbol. So breathing. Goosebumpy, so you need to look up that too. How I found out about that one is because I had a tiny little beetle and it was crawling around my little round table outside, and then it came right in front of where I was sitting on the table, and then it just curled over. So, and I was like, oh, this is what sort of sign is this? And it's all about feeling, it trusted enough to be able to pass away in front of you. It felt safe, connected, which is all about it's like a sacrifice in front of you. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and then that brought me, yeah, to the huntsman also, which is, yeah, what you said. It's all because we see them and go, oh my gosh, it's not what you look at, it's how you look at it. And also when you said about the blackbird, which is like, the crow, the raven, they have no fear. They are magical. They are messengers. So, and the same with the bee, they've been trying to get your attention, and that's what happens. A lot of us, we miss the signs. People want these big, massive signs, but the signs are always in front of you. It's just opening your eyes to take notice of the little things.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, 100% Pippa. And what amazed me is that that huntsman had been at my deck weeks before, and I looked at it, paid no attention. And so it made itself so I could not miss it. See me, And so that was a point where I started looking, what was it? And then
yeah.
after it come and died, literally, there was 3 times that huntsman appeared,
Mm,
disguised as a caterpillar at one point. Um, And the pilgrimage it made, that's the only word for it, that sacrificial pilgrimage to physically die exactly where it did, to, give its last breath outside my treatment room. So again, it could not be missed. If it died in the bush, we'd never have known.
mm.
But we had to know about it.
It's the ending, but a new beginning. It's the
Absolutely.
rebirth. And if you notice, it happened before this year one. So
Yes.
if it's leaving, I'm just going to say it, the crap in there, the crap back in 2025, ready for this year one, because that was the shredding of the snake.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's right. So all that old energy, we're real and raw, we say we're like here. No, no cursing, though. I don't think we'll curse, but we'll say
No,
words.
but I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just leaving all that crap behind, shedding the skin, get off the old, we're going into the new here.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what, I don't know, those hawks really circling one way and another, they were creating that almost like a DNA spiral, actually a portal or something in the lawn, I don't know, over the house, protection again.
Yeah,
That's
they're
incredible,
very.
incredible. 4 huge signs.
Mhm.
And I really felt very strongly it was to do with what we are creating here, because this is more your domain than mine, right? You work with these things.
The symbols and things are, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I get symbols. I have a book of symbols um, that I think when the symbols first appeared, it was actually in the middle of the night. My husband was snoring next to me. It was pitch black, and I don't know, I just sat up and I was just seeing all these symbols. And I was like, I need to be drawing these. And I just got it. So I was drawing in the complete darkness.
Wow.
And it wasn't until the next day I sat and I looked at them and sort of tuned into the energy of what I was feeling. And it was just amazing. And
Yeah.
since then I have, even when, like, before I do readings, I'll sit down for a good 15 minutes and just do my thing. And yeah, close my eyes and there you go. Symbols.
Were they in any particular color or gold, silver,
No,
or just?
they actually do change color. Yeah. Um, it's hard to explain because something they just come so fast and some, like you have to draw fast because they're gone. And then after that, you don't remember them
Mm.
because, as you know, you can do a reading, but you won't remember that reading later
No.
because you're just in that energy. Um, they come quick. I've missed a lot because I haven't had a pen or something around me because it just flashes. It's like, you just have a quick movie play and it's gone.
Did you ask for them to come back?
I do sometimes, yes. I'm still sort of working around that. Normally I carry like a pen in my pocket, or a lot of times though I'll tune in and go, right, do my little prayer and do it protect myself, and then I'll go show me what I need to
Yeah.
hear or show me what this person needs. And then that's when I just scroll everything down.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Fascinating. I'm just going to say on here that we don't know each other that well, do we?
No, we're still getting to
We
know.
met
We're
through your
learning.
mother.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
my sister. I think my sister did.
Oh, that's right. Your sister too. Yes, yes, she trained with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, no, we don't really know much about each other. So we're finding out as we're doing this ourselves. This really is real and raw.
Yes,
And we just decided to do it. So this is where we are. So those symbols I think are fascinating. I love symbols. I really do. And I know they can be extremely powerful. And I'm just going to share a little something that happened with me many, many, many years ago. I'm sure over these, however long we do this for, I got the word years actually come through.
yeah,
We do these real and raws for. There's going to be things that we share that, you know, that we obviously don't know about each other over our history. And many years ago, I discovered reconnective healing. I don't know if you know what that is. It was developed by Eric Pearl, and he was a what was he? I forget. He was in America, and he was a chiropractor. That's right, he was a chiropractor. And he went on the beach one time where he lived in America, and this reader did something and apparently aligned his energy with the cosmos somehow. And again, I'm going back a long time, maybe about 15 years or thereabouts. I'm not very linear, so don't quote me on that. And so he then discovered that, Reiki, I think you're trained in Reiki as well
yes,
as me.
yes,
Reiki is more like this, hands on or just above the body, usually.
yes.
With Eric Pearl's reconnective healing, it is way out. And so the way that I explain that is imagine a light coming through the palm of your hands, and that's Reiki. That
Mm,
light is very close to the body.
yes,
So when you move a torch away, that light just goes further and wider. Yeah, so you're moving the torch away so it spreads out further and wider. That's my analogy. But before you did reconnective healing, Eric Pearl actually came here to Auckland. I think he's been twice. This was the first time he came. I went to be trained by him personally because I just loved reconnective healing.
yeah.
And so you had to have two, I'll call them initiations. That's not what he called them. But you had to have two sessions. And the first one, was somebody doing the reconnecting me with the cosmos or whatever they were doing. And that was okay. I felt something from that. But the second one, poof, it still blows my mind. As soon as I lay down on the treatment bench with the same person, I immediately felt like I had one of these big pinned plugs like you put in the electrical equipment. It went boom right here in my third eye. And I was connected, and all I saw was binary numbers, ones and zeros and ones and ones and zeros and ones, and pouring into my third eye. And I just lay there going, okay, this is what's happening. And then I heard the words, you'll be given the keys, you'll be given the code. And
Mm,
ever since then, I've searched for the keys and the code and found hundreds of keys and codes. But which ones they meant, I don't quite know. But that was absolutely mind-blowingly fascinating as those binary
mm,
numbers. They were far too quick for me to even think about writing them down. As you know, when the symbols come through, yeah,
yes.
it just flashes. But these binary numbers were going for almost all of that hour session, almost all of them, just
Wow.
filling my body with these
To
binary
try and
numbers.
take note of the numbers.
They're just ones and zeros, just patterns of the ones and zeros. That's what binary is. That's like
Yeah.
our key universal creation is binary numbers. And so I didn't have a recorder in here to
Wouldn't
look
it be
at the
nice?
patterns. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, to look at the patterns of the ones and zeros, but they just kept flooding in. So, yeah. I just love to hear people's experiences. So anyone's listening, when you're listening to this feedback, this recording, then tell us
Comment.
yours. That'd be
It
incredible.
is. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. So we've got the blessing of the katapo, the huntsman,
Mhm.
the bee, be seen, the hawks, and the blackbird. How's that feel?
And the wind, the little wind
That's
mini.
right, yeah, and the wind vortex. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, getting rid of the crap.
Mm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. So what do you make of all that, Pippa?
Oh, it's very, I'm trying to, I've still got the 1010. So have a look at 1010. It's a good number in numerology as well. It's all about new beginnings and things like that. So that's good numbers. Seeing ones and zeros, they're very good numbers. Um, what was I just getting? I'm just sorry, I've just gone frozen. Um, you are the key. So you will get the keys, but the key is you.
Oh,
The key is you, and it takes us a long time to understand that because we are the key.
hmm.
And all the other signs and symbols that you're getting is it's activating you more. So you're getting activated or initiated.
Hmm.
So many different terms, isn't there? But I'm also hearing also look up the 144 keys.
Oh, 144. Yeah,
Yeah, as well. But yeah, which is very powerful as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
144 is a great frequency too.
yeah, you're here to change the world, well, not, change around you. You're here to make a difference. We both are. Um, I,
Exactly.
I think every single person walking their own journey is here to change in some way. Well, we all reflect. Sorry. I have to, and I am just going to say it, when I forget words and speech and things, that's actually part of trauma. So, like I said, we're going to be open, raw, and honest. So, part of my grief is my cognitive, it takes me longer to process. The word is there, it's hard to get out. That was a whole lot of going inwards for 22 months as well, was my speech, my nervous system, which my nervous system is coming together. The more I seem to speak and speak my truth helps me a lot. So, but I do, forget words sometimes, but it's all part of trauma and like a dissociation. Sometimes the soul wants to dissociate because it's trying to protect my human body. So I just thought I'd just get that out because I'm not embarrassed of it because it's, you know, so many people go through it.
Yeah,
So back to what I was saying was yes, the 144 is very powerful. We're all here, we're all on a journey, we all do have a purpose, even when we feel like we don't, because we've all gone there, that stagnant. And if you notice, when anyone is stagnant, the stagnant is when it's about to shift and activate even more. Initiate, activate, or step up, level up, or whatever anyone wants to call it. It is all part of the new earth that we're all just rising. And this year is going to be so many more people are going to wake up this year. You can feel it. I can feel it. A lot of people can.
yeah, yeah. I think the stagnant can always be termed as the pause, the sacred pause.
Mhm.
You're just in that holding pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just things will turn around that like those hawks flying in that holding pattern. Yeah, and I've got it. Oh, it's coming again. Um, so yeah, and it's just being in that holding pattern, waiting for the next drift to come, and off you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I've just interpreted what you said about the stagnation. It's not really stagnation. It's a
No,
pause. It can be a bit of a reset. It can be a bit of going inward, reflection period.
yes.
So, we've had a sacred pause ourselves here. The whole world had a sacred pause.
Yeah, it did. And it teaches you patience as well.
Mm,
So I won't be surprised if you come across a turtle soon. Maybe not a real one, it could be a picture. I just had to say that, and a reminder that, and it will remind you because we don't look at turtles, we look at turtles as slow. But when you think how long turtles have been around, they
mm,
don't need to be fast. They are slow and wise because they don't need to rush.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
The universe
yeah. And then they
is,
carry a lot of ancient wisdom.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, very wisdom and slow. So there's no, why do they need to rush? They've been here longer than before us, for
Mm,
humans, I guess.
mm. It's fascinating. I'm loving our conversations. I hope other people are.
Yeah,
Well, this was just a quick how we've done it before. We're talking and go, oh, we'll record this.
yeah. I think that's good though, isn't it? It's real and raw.
It is, yeah, it certainly is. Authentic connections. But we will be doing some lives here soon this month. This month, we're going to be doing a live. And I have the thought to not necessarily say on the last whatever of this month or this date of every month, but look at where things are astrologically and energetically, maybe, and then just do the lives whenever it feels the right time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you, as you know, we just have a knowing, and when you're drawn to do it, you just know it's time.
Yeah.
Just know.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
close the recording for now and catch up with you guys sometime later. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.